It's Thursday and you're watching The Big Story, where we'll discuss the top news of today and explain why it matters. I'm Dylan Ang, coming to you live from the Straits Times newsroom. Employment grew in the third quarter this year as the economy picked up slightly, even as unemployment crept up. One reason is that employers are hiring more cautiously as the number of job vacancies shrank. A Manpower Ministry report revealed that total employment, excluding foreign domestic workers, grew by a revised 21,700 between July and September this year. This was over 3 times the 6,200 job growth between April and June, and 16,700 in the same period last year. However, the report noted that the unemployment rate inched up. The overall seasonally adjusted unemployment rate rose to 2.3% from 2.2% in the previous quarter. With us now in the studio is journalist Aw Cheng Wei to tell us more. Hey Cheng Wei.
Hi.
Now welcome to the show. Now Cheng Wei, briefly tell us how the manpower sector performed in the third quarter.
So there's a pickup in employment growth amid a growing economy. So our economy picked up by 0.5% in the third quarter this year. So we see that growing as well in the employment figures. So total employment excluding foreign domestic workers grew by 21,700, higher than the previous quarter of 6,200 and a year ago of 16,700. So the bulk of the total employment growth actually came from the services sector, led by modern services, which include financial and insurance services, community social and personal services, and administrative and support services.
Right. Now, I noticed that, both the employment as well as the unemployment rates have both gone up at the same time. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
So this morning, when the Ministry of Manpower released this report, they also mentioned that cautious hiring could be one of the reasons for this situation or mixed picture of employment growth going up as well as total employment growth, total unemployment growth going up. So we see this because employers could be a bit more cautious about hiring, job applicants could take more time to convince their new bosses to take them on. And in the meantime, the applicant is actually still unemployed. So in that sense, you could have a situation of both. But of course, that is just one explanation. Another possible explanation, as Mrs. Josephine Teo has said, could also because there could be more job seekers going into the market.
Right.
So when you have more job seekers, then as well, unemployment growth will grow as well.
Right. Now, Cheng Wei, on a final note, there is still some employment growth despite some economic headwinds. How rosy a picture is this, going into 2020?
It bodes a bit better than what economists previously expected. I think there was a general downward sentiment that with the trade war going on and as such, you have sectors like manufacturing that there's a lot of uncertainty involved. So moving forward, I guess this kind of does paint a bit or give us a reason, a bit of a cheer moving forward.
Yeah, because I noticed some experts have in fact predicted 1% actually early next year.
Well, I think it's a bit early to tell whether will we grow by 1% next year, seeing that we have also just revised our estimates this year. So I think with the third quarter results for the economy, the MTI also revised its estimate from 0 to 1% to 0.5 to 1%. Right. So there's still, as more information becomes available as we close to the year, we get a bit closer to the target. So even for this year, we aren't quite that certain yet. Much less we are talking about next year. So who knows? I mean, with the economy kind of swaying by tweets and uncertainty, it's really quite hard to tell.
Yeah, I guess only time will tell.
Yes.
Right, well, thank you, Cheng Wei, for sharing more about this issue on our show. Now, to see more, do head on to our website, straitstimes.com.